In this tutorial I'll show you how to navigate Unreal Engine. So we're going to go for version 5.4.4. Going to launch it. Once it opens, you're greeted with this screen, and what you want to make sure is the ray tracing is turned off, because then it's going to take more time for your scene to load to open. Make sure you are aware where the project location is, so it's easy for you to find. You name it appropriately. First project, for example, and I'm going to start with a blank scene, and I'm going to click create. Once Unreal Engine opens for you, this is what you're going to see. So this here is a toolbar. You have ability to quickly add things into projects. So for example, cubes, spheres, and all things like that. You can go into blueprints, level sequence, and obviously play this level. You also have select objects, select and move objects, rotate, and scale objects, so make them bigger. They are probably one of the most important tools once you start using Unreal. In here you have Outliner, so this is where everything you have in your scene is listed. And underneath you've got details. So for example, if you click Skylight, you have all of the details about the skylight that you can change, you can amend. And this big area is called viewport. It's basically your view, your 3D view into the world. Then you have content drawer. So if you click on it, you will have all of the starter content, because we ticked at the start that we want that. So for example, you can have architecture, you can place some walls, and to place you click and drag, and you have placed a wall. I'm navigating with a middle click and zoom, but if you press right click and navigate the same way you do in games, that's still going to work. So I'm getting more items. For example, I might just get some shapes. So what you do is you click and drag, and it's being added into the scene. Same way we can do with materials. There's some already presets for us. So for example, if you click and drag that onto the wall, it will apply it automatically. One thing you should remember to do in Unreal is to save your work. Save current level as test, because this is just me testing it out. And that's your level saved, so you can have it like that. And if you want to start with something new, you'd click a new project. For example, if you go for third person, click create. It will open a third person template for you. So the third person template already comes in with a little scene set up. So I'll show you something. we go to static content, shapes, we get a cube. What you see in the middle of it with the arrows, that's called gizmo. So gizmo allows you to move, rotate, and scale object. So if you notice, scale and rotate object has an E next to it. So if you press E, it will switch it to rotate. If you want to move it, you can press W. And if you want to scale it, it's R. So everything is said in the brackets for the shortcuts. And right next to it, you have got player. So for example, wherever you see that flag with the mouse, with the controller, that's where your player is going to start the level from. So if you press play this level, that's where the player starts. So if you notice, it was next to the cube, so now you are next to the cube as well. You may have to press into the scene, like click on it, for it to start working, but you navigate in the player mode the same way you do when you play games. So WASD and space to jump. Yes, these are the basics of Unreal. If you press escape, you will end the trial run.